Hey guys, welcome back to the channel and welcome to another video in my series of our rebuild after our house fire. If you're new here and you're just catching this video, we had a house fire in November and we are slowly putting our house back together ourselves. So the insulation, the drywall, the mudding, the sanding, that's all done and I am super excited today. This is such a good day for me because I finally get to come in here and get to work and get my hands dirty. So the sanding and everything from the mudding is just left a ton of dust in here. So my first job today is I have to get all the dust out of here before we can bring in any paint because we do not want dust in our paint. So I really hope that you will hit subscribe and stay tuned because this journey is about to get so much better and the fun stuff is coming. And thank you to all my returning subscribers. So let's get started and let's just jump right into this video. So my home is a split level. So we're on like kind of what's considered the main level. There's a level down there and then a level up here. I think the smartest thing would be to work from the top down, right? Yeah, work from the top down, get all the dust from up there down into here and then work my way out. I got a handy little tip from somebody that if you use a leaf blower and you just open all the doors and all the windows and just blow. So I don't know if that, we're gonna try it. We're gonna see what happens here because there's a lot of drywall dust in here and we gotta get it out. So let's go with the leaf blower method and let's see how that works. Okay, now we have to find the leaf blower in all of this. So my entire kitchen cabinetry is out here and all the supplies that I've been collecting so far. So let's see if we can find a leaf blower. Let's tight squeeze. I think they're way at the back. Oh, this is what happens when you don't live at your house anymore. Okay. Let's see. The lid to our hot tub. There they are. Back there. Should we go with the old Ryobi or what do we got a battery for? Let's go with the heart, I guess.
1, 2, 3, 4.
All right, guys, so I don't think I was prepared for how much dust there actually was going to be. I don't know what I was thinking here. I thought I was just going to come in, floof all the dust up, and it would just naturally go right out the window. And at this point, I realized I didn't even have safety glasses on, so all the dust was getting in my eyes, and I just can't believe I forgot to put safety glasses on. So take two, grab the safety glasses. I moved on to a different room. Honestly, the dust was just next level. So I decided to put the leaf blower down and go with a broom and just start sweeping off the floor, thinking that that would clear up some of the dust. Okay, that was a job. So I'm not even convinced that I got all the dust, but clearly there's gonna be dust here for some time until we get paint on the walls and then we can do like a thorough cleaning. But I did get rid of quite a lot. But the next thing I was told I had to do was I had to wipe down the walls with just a damp cloth before painting. So to make my life easier, I got this Swiffer, just a regular Swiffer, and I'm gonna put a microfiber cloth, damp microfiber cloth on here, and then I'm gonna use that to wipe down all the walls. So this job, you guys, was just about as fun as the leaf blower and the sweeping. And so I just at this point was like, how am I gonna get all the dust out of this house, honestly? It's a lot of dirt and dust still. Once I had done the majority of the upstairs, I decided to move down to the basement And I started with the leaf blower, but again, I'm not recording that because I got really worried about all my camera equipment and the dust floating all around. So I did do the leaf blower, but this is just footage of me sweeping the concrete floors. And honestly, at this point, I just had about enough for the day. Whew. A lot of work. So I know watching me sweep dust doesn't seem very exciting, and I'm sure you guys are just like, okay, we get it. But I did want to share this important step with you all just to provide a little bit of realism here and just to show you guys that, there is a part of DIY renovation that is really hard work and it's not always easy. And I just want to always be real with you guys. All right, guys, so that's it for me today. I'm going to call it quits now. I have to go pick up my kids from school. I did get quite a bit done. A lot of the dust was taken care of. I'm not quite finished yet, and I still have a little bit more cleaning to do before we'll be ready for paint. But stay tuned. Thank you so much for tuning into this video. And again, I know I haven't really shared much about this journey after our house fire and the rebuild, but there hasn't really been much to share. But now that I've finally got my hands on the project, there's going to be a lot more great content coming up and the fun stuff that you really want to see. So don't forget to hit that subscribe button and the little bell so that you're notified every time I post a video. Thanks so much for tuning into this one, and we'll see you next time. Okay guys, real talk time for just a minute here. I've been going crazy for a day and a half here trying to get rid of all the dust on the walls. I've been doing the leaf blower. I've been taking a wet damp rag and wiping down the walls on a Swiffer handle like I bought and showed you at the beginning of this video. Wiping it off with a broom. And then I'm like, there's just dust and more dust, and it's just not going anywhere. And I feel like I'm going crazy just moving it all around. So then I went to Google and I did a quick Google search. And then I come across this video from this guy. And now as I'm talking here, recording, I can't, something Vancouver Carpenter or something. I'm gonna link it. I'll put it in text here. And he says he doesn't do this. He says he gets rid of the bulk of the dust in the corners. Like he'll make sure there's no bulky dust in the corners and stuff like that. And obviously blow out like windowsills and stuff like that. But for the dust on the walls, he says he doesn't do anything. He just paints, and something about the additives and the paints and mixing together. I'm not gonna re-explain his whole video. I'll link it and you can go watch it if you're interested. But I was really mad at myself that I didn't look this up before, because I'm gonna be crazy here and I'm gonna trust this guy because he has a whole YouTube channel dedicated to this kind of stuff. I'm gonna trust him. I'm gonna go out on a limb here. I'm gonna trust him, and I'm done trying to remove dust, and I'm gonna start painting because I'm about to go crazy up in here. So what I'm going to say about testing and why I think this is so important to test. When you look at the colors on the wall, and I don't know if the lens might be changing them a bit, but they are significantly darker on the wall than they appear in the can, okay? And even when you put them in the paint tray. When you put them in the